So it was a middle belt confrontation between Lobby Stars and Plateau United. And what did we have? It ended barren. That was the score at the Ape Stadium in Makurdi on Sunday. Lobby needed to win that game to go top. But Plateau still maintains their topmost position. And it's still a fight for everyone. A fight that is so open. And you want to think that Eyimba, they were on a cruise, winning all their rescheduled games and getting so close to where it matters, also went down. Now let's give you some of the updates. I know you may have heard some of the results, but here on Sports Salsa, we give you all the details you need. And so it was the dominated play, that's Lobby, but they were unable to break down the visitors who put up a strong defensive display. Of course, Plateau United now maintain their top spots in the table with 37 points from 21 matches, and it's really tight. Rivers United moved to second position in the table after a narrow 2-1 win against Kano Pillars in Port Harcourt. Conan Rufin Ngwan put Rivers United ahead from the spot. That's in the 22nd minute, while Cletus Emota added the second 2 minutes from time. Pillars captain Rabiu Ali reduced the deficit deep into added time. And head coach of Pillars, Ibrahim Musa, reviewed his side's missed chances in the game, as is discussed with us. We will give you his take, talking about the coach of Kano Pillars. He really believed that they have to get it on.
Because it's the same problem we have in Rangers. We outplay Rangers with no score. If you no score, no matter how player you are, so we are doing nothing. So we need to improve our position. That is the only problem we are facing now. So we have to go back still to work on our finishing area. That is the problem. So Rivers is a good team, but creating the chance, we're supposed to combat the chance. So luck is not on our side. But we need to go forward. We need to work hard. So if we won't go far.
Yes, they need to really work hard. Diligence will always get you to where you want. They say effort sometimes is everything. Ibrahim Musa, coach of Kano Pillars, this morning on Sports Salsa. And talking about some of the other games, champions Eyimba, they are the defending champions. They fell to Nasarawa United 2-0 at the Lafia Township Stadium. Chinedu and Dauda scored both goals for the home team. And in Uluyo, it was in Difreke Efyong who scored deep into stoppage time as Aqua United forced Warri Wolves to another draw. It was 1-1. And Wisdom Jumbo gave Warri Wolves the lead from the spot in the 76th minute, with Efyong salvaging a point for the hosts later on. And here in Agege Stadium, Lagos, MFM and Heartland battle to another draw. So you have started counting the draws. From the top to the middle and to the bottom, it's a draw affair. If you are a pundit looking for draws, I said this was a weekend that you must have missed. For Sunshine Stars, they were also held to another draw in Akure by the visiting Enugu Rangers. Rangers have really got it in right now. They are in a real good mood. And for those who thought that they will go down, I think Rangers have shown the spirit that really was with them when the team was formed in the early 70s. Joseph Tule scored the winning goal in the 6th minute as Katsina United edged out Abia Warriors at the Mohamedou Diko Stadium. That is really the big win for many. But let's give you a recap of the results. You have Jigawa Golden Stars beating Wiki 2-1. Lobby Plateau playing goalless. Aqua United 1-1 with Warri Wolves. Rivers United beating Kano Pillars 2-1. That's at the Yakubu Gowon Stadium. MFM at Heartland in Agege ending it goalless. Adamawa United beating Ifeanyi Uba 2-1. And then Sunshine Stars and Rangers, I told you it was goalless. Katsina and Abia Warriors. Katsina edging Abia Warriors with a lone goal. And then the results that really got the champions away from their plot. That's now Nasarawa beating Eyimba 2-0. There will be more on the league as we go on. For all of you following beach volleyball, the President's Cup took place in Kaduna, and it was Team Sazam and the Nigerian Customs who emerged champions of the men and women's category. The duo of Godwin Shekaru and Andrew Sunday, Sazam, that's their team, scored an away victory over the pair of Abdul Rashid Ahmed and Idika Kalu, Gallant as they called him, winning 2-0, 21-15, 21-13 to win the men's final. Amara Uchechukwu and Francisca Ikiede of the Nigerian Customs Service easily dispatched the duo of Scholastica Toka and Tipaka Dum of Benue State. That's 2-0, 21-7, 21-12 to win the women's final. And reacting to their win, Customs Francisca Ikiede said their run out in the President's Cup was perfect preparation for next month's beach volleyball Olympic qualifiers in Abuja. Elsewhere, it was Shining Swords of Benue State who made it a clean sweep with both gold medals in the under-19 and girls category. The Benue State team came from behind to beat Kogi State 2-1, 14-16, 17-15 and 11-5 in the under-19 girls final, while the boys team overpowered Team Anista 2-1, 21-15, 15-18, 14-12 in the other final. You know, when it comes to sports science, our focus is at home, and we take you through different sports. We change gear this time, and who else he says is the boss. And when it comes to talking about the boss, one man rules now. His name is Tyson Fury. He is the boss in boxing. If you are not out there, you can stay with us and dance to the only sports program on radio that really gets you on your dancing feet and hitting you live from the cool studios of Kennis 104.1 FM. And talking wrestling this morning, the camp will open for the forthcoming Africa Oceania Olympic qualifiers in Yenegua, that's the Bayelsa State capital. This is according to the president of the federation, Daniel Igali. He's really going home and coming home too. The qualifiers will take place in the Moroccan city of El Jadida from 13th to the 15th of March. Wrestlers keep marching on. 10 wrestlers, both male and female, who participated and excelled at the recently concluded African Championship in Algiers alongside their sparring partners are expected to intensify training in Yenegua during the camping period before the final selection and departure to Morocco for the qualifiers. And during the camping exercise, the wrestlers will be guided by coaches Purity Aku, Victor Kode, and Joe Oziti, as well as Happiness Borutu. The wrestling boss stated that there are no automatic places for athletes, as selection will basically be on merit. The Olympic champion added, all invited athletes with their sparring partners are expected in Yenegua, that's yesterday, and so they will start their camping today. Oli Odunayo Adekoroye, the 57-kilogram queen, secured qualification to the 2020 Tokyo Olympics so far. The six-time African champion booked her place in Tokyo by winning bronze at the World Championship in Kazakhstan. That was last year, her third medal at the world stage. However, the Nigerian Wrestling Federation is confident that no fewer than 6 more athletes will join Adekoroye in Tokyo. At the last Olympics in Rio, 7 wrestlers represented Nigeria, and that's a really good one. You can say when it comes to going for medals, one sport is the boss, and that is wrestling. Do you really see what I see for the president of the Tokyo Olympics committee? I don't know what he's seeing, but he has gone into prayer. Tokyo 2020 President Yoshiro Mori has admitted he is praying for the coronavirus to vanish amid the lingering concerns over the impact of the outbreak on this year's Olympic and Paralympic Games. Organizers and the International Olympic Committee have repeatedly insisted the virus, which has so far killed over 2,300 people and infected around 78,000 worldwide, will not force the Games to be cancelled or postponed. But the outbreak has raised concern for Tokyo 2020 in the build-up to the event, with Japan recently emerging as one of the riskiest places for the spread of the virus. There have been 110 confirmed cases of the virus known as COVID-19 in Japan, although 634 others have been infected on a cruise ship which has since been quarantined in Yokohama since February 3. Aside the 2 deaths resulting from the Diamond Princess cruise ship, 1 person has died from the virus in the Olympics and Paralympic host nation. I pray to God every day that the coronavirus will just vanish. That's the president, he said in an interview with a newspaper. Mori, a former Japanese prime minister, also claimed he plans to hold out to the end without wearing a mask despite the outbreak. He's redefined the virus. He has remained defiant in the wake of the crisis, and last week blasted what he claimed were irresponsible rumors surrounding whether the games would take place as planned. Japan's government under current Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has been criticized for the response to the virus, and fears have grown in recent weeks after the number of infections doubled. The government has been accused of being slow to react by failing to bar visitors from China quickly enough, while Abe has come under fire for being too lax in its quarantine for the cruise ship. We will talk more about it, but it's not a good story to really celebrate. We hope the Olympics hold in Tokyo. For all the investments getting into billions, it's not easy to even contemplate the fact that the Olympics will be cancelled. That will be the first Olympics to be cancelled, and this is more than force majeure. Talking about the impact of the virus, South Africa have pulled their Olympic football team out of a friendly with host Japan due to the ongoing fears over the virus in the country. Bafana were set to travel to the nation for the match on March 27, 4 months ahead of the start of the Olympic Games. Japan is one of the most affected countries in the world, with a total of 146 cases of the virus. Of course, Japan is asking us to reconsider our decision, but we are sticking to our guns, says Gay Mokena, acting chief executive of the South African Football Association. We have to act in the best interest of our players. The death toll is rising, and we are not prepared to take a big risk. South Africa qualified for the Games after finishing third at the 2019 Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations, winning a penalty shootout against Ghana, and they will join winners Egypt and finalists Cote d'Ivoire in Tokyo. Cote d'Ivoire are also set to travel for a friendly against the host on March 30, but you can never be sure what will happen. That's the size of our package this morning, and wherever you are, you just stay with us, and I know that you are waiting for the ultimate review of the big fight early yesterday. And Chuka Moma has sent a word that he is really loading, and when he is fully loaded, he will unload. So only here on Sports Salsa can you be sure of the real analysis, not just the flash in the pan we get anywhere. I am Michel Obi.